What's going on, guys, and welcome to JavaScript tutorial. In this video we're going to talk about how to add text strings in JavaScript. Now we already know the basics that in document write, if we would want to put some text here, we would just write it in between the quotation marks, and JavaScript know that it's a string or a text, and it would display it accordingly. And we could also do it a little bit differently. We could, let's say, over here create a variable username, and I'm going to call this Johnny, and I'm just going to put a semicolon, and then I'm just going to delete this for now, and I'm going to write that I want username to be displayed. I save it, refresh, and I have Johnny. And we also looked at one more case where we basically put text around the variable over here. So I have username, and over here I would put hello there. And over here I would write, it's always nice to see you. Or it's nice to see you. And the most important thing to remember is that we need to create spaces over here, so everything is not jammed together. And we have over here, hello there, Johnny, it's nice to see you. So we could have created a variable over here, and I would call it a var hello. And I would assign over here this text string that we have. So I'm just going to cut this, and I'm going to paste it over here, and I put a semicolon. And the same thing over here, and I'm going to call it var ending. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to take this and cut it and paste it over here and a semicolon. And now we have a username, and we're going to put it over here hello, and over here we're going to put write a ending variable, and I'm going to save this and refresh, and you can see it's the same. So let's change it over here to Bobby, so you don't think that I'm cheating. I'll save it, refresh, and you can see, hello there, Bobby, it's nice to see you. And of course, we could have created over here a var sum and do the same thing. Let's say that I would just cut this one. And now the sum is equal to 3 of these variables, and document write sum. And again, I'm just going to change it around a little bit, and I'm going to say it's always nice to see you. So let's save this, we'll run it, and hello there, Bobby, it's always nice to see you. So let me show you what happens if we're actually treating numbers as strings. So let's say I have a case where I have var num, and over here I'm going to write it a 2, but however I'm going to put this 2 in quotes. Pretty much the opposite what we talked about, right? So over here I have var num 1, and I'm also going to put it in quotes. And I could have done it this differently. I could have just add 2 of them over here together. But let's say I want to create a var sum, and what I'm going to say is it's num plus num1. And let's save that, and let's see what happens. And here I'm going to write, I want to see the sum. So let's save this and let's run it. And we have, you see over here, we have 22. We don't have 4, which would be the case if we add 2 plus 2. We actually have 22. And that's exactly the reason why you don't want to put the quotation marks around your strings, because JavaScript thinks that it's a string, so it just keeps adding them up. And the reason, if you want to use it, actual math operations on a number, you always need to avoid this, because JavaScript is going to think that it's a text, and it's just going to add them together like this, just like it would with a text.